If you've turned a woman off by chasing her too much, if she takes you for granted and treats you like a second-grade citizen, you might want to consider not talking to her until she does. But, this begs the questions, does silence make a woman miss you? Yes, silence does make a woman miss you if she took you for granted and now has to bear the loss of your presence from her life. In fact, silence gives a woman an opportunity to reconsider her opinion of and feelings for you if she has initially lost interest. There are a number of reasons why a woman loses interest in a man. One of the most popular and common reasons is that he chased her too much and behaved desperately. What we know about desperation is that it does not facilitate the development of feelings. On the contrary, desperation is considered unattractive and a sign of low social value. What is considered desperate behavior? Texting too much, calling all the time, unnecessary compliments to win brownie points, accepting subpar behavior, and constantly trying to win someone's approval at the cost of your own self-respect and dignity because you need it. 1. Why should you consider using silence on a woman? When I was younger and completely inexperienced, I found myself behaving in this manner. What's unfortunate is that I wasn't considered unattractive. I had many girls chasing after me, but it was usually when I faced rejection that I resorted to chasing a girl. After careful introspection, I realized that this was a symptom of a bigger problem. I lacked self-love, and so at the first sign of rejection, I would lose control of myself because I placed my value as a person in the hands of a girl's acceptance. Since then, I have worked tirelessly to improve the relationship I have with myself. I found self-love and validation from the pursuit of goals and dreams. I made time to be with myself and stopped searching for validation of my worth from others. In turn, I stopped behaving so desperately and commanded more respect in my romantic life. I also became infinitely more confident, and this was considered extremely attractive to girls I had an interest in. But, I was only able to do this once I mustered up the courage to walk away from any girl who rejected me. Essentially, the silent treatment or no contact is a way of developing self-respect by prioritizing your own happiness and well-being over the desire for acceptance and validation from a woman. Another reason why you should use silence on a woman is that it attaches consequence to subpar and poor behavior. Believe it or not, silence is a means of communicating your boundaries without having to say anything. When a woman behaves in a disrespectful, abusive and toxic manner without listening to reason, no matter how hard you try to communicate with her, the only real solution at your disposal is to walk away for some time until she's willing to listen. In other words, you need to stop talking to her until she's willing to be a mature and respectful person. Don't listen to those people who try to tell you that it's a bad thing to temporarily stop talking to someone who is behaving like an immature and disrespectful child. 2. Why does the silent treatment work on women? When you make a promise to yourself to be self-respecting, you realize the importance of not trying to chase others for their validation. By walking away from those who reject you, it directly improves your self-worth and self-respect. An unintended consequence of this decision to respect yourself and walk away from a woman is that she develops a sense of respect for you, especially if you initially chased her to the point of turning her off. Why? Because it was so unexpected. Most guys who display desperation are predictable. They do the same thing. By walking away and giving her the gift of silence, it goes against her preconceived notions of you. It's not the kind of behavior in keeping with a desperate guy. So, she ends up reconsidering her opinion of you. Walking away from someone who doesn't respect or value you is a sign of strength. Women admire and feel attracted to men who exude strength. So, if you want to undo the look of desperation and weakness you portrayed to a woman, this might be one of the most effective tools at your disposal. Another reason why the silent treatment works on women is because nobody likes to feel rejected. Just like us guys, women don't feel good about being rejected. They also hate to entertain the idea that you can do better than them. When you decide to initiate no contact or silence on a woman who has rejected you or treated you horribly, it creates the possibility of rewriting the narrative of her being this irreplaceable girl in your life. Sometimes, people need to realize that they can't abuse their power in your life without consequences because there are other people out there who would love to be in your company. The last reason why silence works on a woman is that most people don't realize the value of something or someone until they lose it. And in this case, using silence to create space between the two of you will force her to experience life without you. If she had any form of attraction and attachment to you, I'm willing to bet that the silence will make her miss you and experience some degree of fear. When we speak of fear, we're merely talking about the fear of losing you forever and never hearing from you again. 3. For how long should you be silent towards her? If you were forced to use silence on her because she was terribly disrespectful, abusive and vulgar, then you should wait until she cools down, initiates contact, or is ready to have a mature conversation with you. This is especially the case if you've tried to talk to her before but she simply would not listen to reason and continued to behave in a terrible manner. Most of the time, You'll only need to be silent for a short amount of time to give her space and time to cool down. In the same breath, you can take the time you need to figure out how you feel and what you want. Now, if the reason why you're using silence on a woman is because she rejected you, took you for granted, or lost all attraction for you because of the way you chased her and behaved desperately, then you would be silent indefinitely. Until she comes around and contacts you, the only thing you can or should do is stay in no contact. When her opinion and feelings for you start to change and she begins to miss you, then there's a strong chance she'll contact you. At this point, you obviously know that she has some degree of attachment and attraction for you. So, it's okay to start communicating again and doing things right. Think of it as hitting the reset button, and now you have a chance to behave more like a high-value man. At the link in the description of this video, I'll show you how to make her horny, even if she hates you, and you can learn 3 tips for using the body language to get the girls you really want to start fantasizing about you. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is uploaded.